Australian 50-cent coins to search for. All of these coins are worth more than just 50 cents to coin collectors, and some of these can be worth a lot more. So we're going to be looking at each one and the details in this video right here, so stay tuned. And all of them feature on the coin value list. So in the description of this video, if you want to pick up the coin value list, which cover all of the denominations, so 50-cent coins, dollars, $2, 20s, 10s, and 5s, then the description of the video, click on the link and you can get through to those coin value lists right there. And let's get straight into this one right here. And if you're not following my YouTube page, maybe subscribe and like and comment if you've got any comments. But glad to have everyone on board, and let's get straight into it. So we'll start with the first one, which is quite a unique 50-cent coin. This is the 1966 round 50-cent coin, and it looks slightly different to all the rest, and that's because it is 80% silver. So a recent selling price range on these coins, $17 to $48 is a recent selling price range. 36 million of these coins were produced, so a fair few were produced, but I think a lot were melted down because of the silver content, and a lot were hoarded away. I know any that I come across, I hold on to myself, so they are a really cool coin to have and hold on to. Quite a valuable one there too. Next one, this is the first commemorative coin that was produced for circulation. This is the Captain Cook 50-cent coin from 1970. So $1.90 to $17.50 is a recent selling price range. 16.5 million were produced, so a fair few were produced, but pretty interesting design, and that holds a little bit more value right there too. The next three coins are just your standard coin, although they didn't make many of them. So this is a 1972. So they only made 5.6 million this year in 72. So anything below 5 million is considered rare, and between 5 million mintage and 10 million mintage is considered scarce. So for collectors, anything under 10 million is pretty good to hold on to. So 1972, 5.6 million minted, $1.60 to $37 is a recent selling price range on those. Then we've got a 73, only 4 million of the 1973 50-cent coins were produced, and a recent selling price range of $1.30 to $80. So if they're in really good condition, $80 one sold for recently. Then we've got 1974. 1974 is another low mintage date, 9 million mintage, $1.20 to $65 is a recent selling price range on those. Then we've got the Silver Jubilee. Silver Jubilee 1977. Now, what have we got? We've got 25 million of these coins produced. So a fair few produced. However, interesting design. So it's one that's got a little bit more demand, I suppose, from that point of view. So supply and demand drives price. $1.80 to $20 is a recent selling price range on these Silver Jubilees. Now, the next two coins are just standard issue coins, although they're a little bit different from the ones that you might usually come across. And this one is called a double bar. So behind the emu's head, see if I can get the field magnifier to give me a nice little picture of that one right there. So what happens is behind the emu's head, there's two little lines of metal that come in at the emu's head. It's called a double bar. Maybe I'll just use this because it's hard to hold it up in the air. So two little lines of metal there, one there and one up there. They're not there on all of the 1979 coins, so it's called a double bar. And what have we got price-wise? We've got $2.90 to $48.50 on a 1979 double bar. And that feature can also happen on the 1980 50-cent coins. So yeah, you see it right there. So a little line there and a little line there. Double bar 1980s. We've got $1.95 to $23 is a recent selling price range on those. The double bar can also occur on the 1966 50-cent coins as well, and that can add a bit of value. So I forgot to mention that $25 to $40 is a recent selling price range with the double bar on the 1966 50-cent coin, if you can find that as well. And also, I think 1993s that it can occur on there too. So keep your eye for those little bars behind the emu's head. All right, The next coin, a nice low mintage date, just a standard issue coin, but 1985, they didn't make many coins. So only 1 million of these 50-cent coins were produced in 1985. At $16 to $40 is a recent selling price range on the 1985s. Then we've got 1988. It's an interesting design, the bicentennial 50-cent coin, and a price range on these at $2 to $13.50. Mintage wise, 9 million of these coins were produced in 1988. Then we'll jump to 1991. We've got the Ram's Head 1991. I like these coins, a really cool design. $30. Oh, wait a second, sorry. $5 to $12 is a recent selling price range. 4.7 million mintage. And that's a cool coin. I like that. That's cool. What do we got next? We've got the 1993 low mintage date. Again, only 1 million of these coins were produced in 1993, so a really cool coin to look for. $4.80 to $40 is a recent selling price range on these coins. Now, just before I jump a little bit further, in that little range of these are the coin value lists I'm referring to here. So we looked at the 1985, we looked at the 1993, so we went 88, 91, and 93. Now, these green ones here, they're mint sets. So in those years, coins were only produced for mint sets. They weren't produced for circulation. But sometimes you come across those coins in circulation. So people might buy a mint set from 86, 87, 89, 90, or 1992. And sometimes they break those sets apart. They might spend them and they might enter circulation. So I've found coins from mint set years. And so I've also got prices for mint set years on the coin value list if you are interested in that right there. All right, let's jump back into some of these key dates for circulation. 1997, another low mintage year. 4.3 million of these coins produced. $1 to $25.60 is a recent selling price range on those coins. The next one is the Millennium coin. Now, they produced a lot of these coins. I keep on dropping them. Produced a lot of these coins. Now, most of them look like this with the flag. The ones that are valuable are the ones called the incused flag. And an incused flag is where the cross pieces of the flag, these middle pieces, and the diagonals, it's lower down than the rest of the flag. So the coin at the back here is a normal. They're the common ones. And this is an incused flag. You might be able to pick up the difference in the video. It is a bit of a subtle difference, but this is an incused flag, and a recent selling price range on these coins, $20 to $250 is a recent selling price range. So it is good to try and figure this out. It took me a little while, and I've actually got a free guide for the link in my account too that has the comparison picture that can probably help you sort of pick it up. But I'll just move it around in different lights. You can sort of see that the cross piece just looks different under different lights with the incused flag, the one on the right hand side. And that's why I've got both of those coins there so you can pick that up. All right, next coin, we've got the Royal Visit coin. $1.50 to $13 is a recent selling price range on this. 5.1 million of these coins were produced to commemorate the opening of Parliament House, I believe. Then we've got the Centenary of Federation 50-cent coin from 2001. Now, this is the Australia version, and they made a lot of these. So I don't track the values on these particular coins, but I've got this one here because down the back of the kangaroo, you can get a feature where there's like doubling down the back of the kangaroo and also some bumps that can occur on the back there too. And that's called a Roozilla or a Godzilla. A bit of an error if it does have that feature down the back. Now, the ones I do have, I've got them sort of in a bag somewhere with tons of other coins. So I didn't have the time to sort of drag them out for this video right here. But I thought I'd just mention it. So the Roozilla or the Godzilla. Recent selling price range $7 on these particular coins. They don't know how many got out, but that's the coin right there. Now the next ones, these are called Centenary of Federation State and Territory coins. So 2001, each state and territory has a different coat of arms, and they're all worth a bit more than face value. So $2 to $12 is a recent selling price range on these coins. This one here, I'll go through the different designs. So we've got this one here is the Australian Capital Territory design. Then we've got the New South Wales coat of arms right there. Now, all of these coins, mintage varies between about 2 and 3 million mintage depending on the coin. This one here is the Norfolk Island coin. Then we've got the Northern Territory design, the Queensland coat of arms, South Australia here. So whenever I find any of these Centennial Federation coins, I'm super pumped because I reckon they're an awesome pickup. They're pretty hard to find these days. This is the Tasmanian one. We've got Victoria. We've got Western Australia right there, and that's the last one right there. So each state and territory and also Norfolk Island features on those particular ones. All right, then let's jump into the windmill coin. So a 2002 coin, $1.50 to $10 on these ones. 11.5 million of these coins were produced, but it's an interesting, iconic sort of outback type design, I suppose. So it grabs a bit of interest and attention. Then we've got the student design. So it's got the koala, cockatoo, and the wombat on this particular one. $1.60 to $35. 10.2 million of these coins were produced in 2004. Then we've got the Robe Cud. So these 50-cent coins, they made a lot of these particular war coins, but some of these have an error on it called a robe cud. So if you look at this gentleman here, down the bottom of the robe, there's a blob of metal there. It's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to look like this coin at the back. It's supposed to be a gap and there's nothing through there. But you can get a blob of metal on these coins, so keep an eye out for that because that can add a bit of value, a few dollars of value for that blob. You can also get a blob on the helmet of this gentleman here too, and that also can add a few dollars of value as well. So keep an eye out for those errors on those coins, but yeah, they made a lot of those coins if they don't have the errors. All right, we've got the 8-cis coin. So before we get to the 8-cis coin, there's a couple of other things on the list here too that I don't actually have in front of me. So the 2007, you can get doubling on the 2007 50-cent coins with the 50 on below the coat of arms, and the 2010 50-cent coins, the standard issue designs, they can be rotated as well. So if you can find a rotated one, $35 to $70 is a recent selling price range, and those doublings, $6 is what they've sold for recently. All right. Got to pick up the other page. So the 8-cis coin. So did I just pick that? So the 8-cis coin here from 2014, $1 to $9. Only 3 million of these coins were produced. So not many of these ones around. Then there's a feature I haven't got it in front of me again because it's in my bag of coins that I wasn't able to sort of fish out. But on the 2014 coins, the standard issue designs like this, you can get one called a crop circles, and in this little void over here, you can get a little circle type feature, and it's called a crop circles. So on those ones, we've got $3.50 to $6.50 if you can find a 2014 with that circle design on the coin right there. Then we've got the changeover 50-cent coin. So this commemorates 50 years since Australia changed from pre-decimal currency to decimal currency in 2016. So yeah, 1966 to 2016 is 50 years. So we've got $2.20 to $12.50. 7 million of these coins were produced. We've got the Mabo coin. So Mabo 2017, $3.50 to $9.50. 1.4 million of these coins produced. So not many of these around. Then just a standard issue coin, lower mintage, 2018. So on these, only 4.66 million were produced, $2.10 to $8. Then we've got 2019. There's two designs on 2019. I'll start with this one. And it's just that the image of the Queen, this one's called an IRB. So underneath the neck, IRB, Ian Rank Broadley, the designer of this effigy of the Queen. Now, they changed in 2019 to a different design, so an updated design of the Queen here. And this one's got a little JC on the shoulder, Jodie Clark, the designer of this effigy of the Queen. So they didn't make many of either of these two designs. So the 2019 IRBs, $3 to $15, only 1.1 million of these produced. And then $3 to $15 again, only 2 million of this particular design were produced right there. Then we've got a 2019 Indigenous Languages coin. So this Indigenous Languages coin, people get a little bit confused. Well, I was the same too. But usually you hold the coin like this and rotate it around and you think, oh, that's rotated. But with the design with this coin is they have the languages side by side and running vertically, so no languages on top of one another. So when you rotate it around, that is the natural orientation for this particular coin. So $2 to $8 on these, 2 million mintage. And then we've got a 2020 50-cent coin right here. So these ones, $3 to $10 is a recent selling price range on these. Only 1.1 million of these coins were produced. Now, they're all the ones that I've got here in front of me to sort of show, but there are a couple of other ones on the list as well that I haven't got at the moment. So mainly from mint set. So 2023 Vegemite mint set coin. Then we've got a 2024 King Charles coin. And also the NAIDOC coin is the new 50-cent coin that came out fairly recently that hit circulation as well. So it's not, I think they've hit circulation. So at the moment, I've got it as green on the October coin value lists, but on the November ones, it'll be probably a white sort of background because the green means mint set coins. So NAIDOC coin right there, $2.65 to $12 is a recent selling price range on those. And then, yeah, there's a few other really rare sort of error coins that you might come across on the coin value list. But yeah, 50-cent coins are a really great place to start if you're starting out coin collecting. Really interesting, lots of different designs to look at and so on, which is really good. So yeah, this is the October 50-cent video. It's quite a popular sort of series, I suppose. People like to watch the 50-cent videos. So what I might do, I'm thinking about each month, doing another video each month, explain the recent selling price ranges of these coins so that people can stay in tune with where things are at. Like I said, yeah, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. Coin collecting is an awesome hobby. If you've got any questions, leave in the chat. And if those coin value lists, if you're interested in the coin value lists and knowing what coins are worth and the recent selling price range and a few facts and details and pictures of some of the rare coins, yep, the description of the video, there's a little link that gets to my link tree where you can get to the coin value list right there. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and good luck with your searching and collecting of 50-cent coins. Cool.